The following is a presentation of TFNN. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Every trading day, live at 10 a.m. Eastern. Call now, toll free at 877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. Appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. We have the Dow Industrials right now down 60, NASDAQ off 7, S&P's up 10, gold contract up $40, trading at $16.31 an ounce. You get silver up 56 cents, $14.54 an ounce. Light sweet crude up $1.50, $21.91 a barrel. Percentage-wise, that's a good move, folks, but we're still talking 21.91. Notes and bonds, you get the 10-year right now up 5 ticks, trading 139.05. The 30-year up a full point, plus 2 ticks at 182.06. And King Dollar up 448 ticks, trading out at 100.120. The euro is out here at 108. The yen is at 107.27, and the British pound is at 123 to 1 U.S. dollar. Tom O'Brien, what's going on?
Good Thursday morning.
Oh, no doubt, man. I mean, monster number. No two ways about that.
6.6 million on the weekly jobless claims, man, and the market pretty calm considering, right? I mean, we're not.
Listen, man. You know, yeah, I agree. Shook it off, man. I mean, none of us know what this number's going to be.
Exactly.
We know that it's going to escalate, that's for sure. And the bottom line is that it's pretty impressive.
Yes.
Let's go over to our man, Mr. Kevin Hinks at TD Ameritrade, Thinkorswim, as we do every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And don't forget, folks, every trading day right here, 11 to 12 Eastern Standard Time. Outstanding program. You want to understand option strategies, futures, great program. You're on the site right now. If you haven't test-driven the Thinkorswim platform, really easy to do. Hit the banner, bring it up, allowed you to trade paper money as you can follow Kevin and his team every trading day. Kevin Hinks, what's going on?
Good morning, Tom. Good morning, Tommy. You guys are right. The headline of the day will be that 6.648 million first-time filers for unemployment insurance. And I want to break it down even a little closer for you guys, even a little more granular. 366,000 in New York, 878,000 in California. So between just New York City and California, 1.24 million, 18% of that total number was 2 states.
Yeah, that's heavy, man.
Yeah.
And, you know, I mean, we're talking millions here, and it is what it is, right? I mean, you know, we know if you're shutting down the United States and you're shutting down business, well, guess what? I mean, this is what you have. What is so intriguing, you know, I happened to be in the car coming to work when this number was coming out, Kevin, right? And, you know, I think it's like, okay, you know it's going to be millions. And, you know, the futures gave it up, but, you know, the very reality is we're back $23. So it's going to be intriguing to see how this whole thing does shake out, because I guess it's really going to have to do with how quick can these government programs get money to people, right? I mean, that's right. The person on the street needs this bread, and they're going to need it very quickly. So we'll see how that shakes out.
Two things that we can trust, Tom, is that the United States government can identify a problem and throw money at it. Right?
Yes.
And the other thing that you can count on is the United States consumer. And the United States consumer is going to be able to refinance their mortgage to put money in their pocket. And they've got lower prices at the gas pump to put money in their pocket. Now, we just have to get everything going.
Yes.
So those benefits can kick in. Because right now, everything is stopped. Right, and now the question is, if for people trading these markets, is it going to be a gradual get back to normal, or is this a beach ball held under the water that's going to pop the minute we release everybody? And that's the big, million-dollar question in this market.
No, there's no doubt. And, you know, what Kevin's saying is that what are we going to do when the stay-at-home order finishes, folks? That's kind of how this shakes out. You know, are we going to jump up and run out and, you know, go to the same, you know, places that we've went to, and how many times are we going to do that? And, you know, listen, there's going to be a whole new dynamic. There's no doubt about that. There'll be some pretty heavy winners and pretty heavy losers, unfortunately. But what I really like about what we've done thus far, Kevin and Tom, is that this is getting money to people on the streets. Well, you'll get the small business money, the man and woman on the street. You know, it's going to be a few more weeks, but the bottom line is that they're going to get that $1,200 into their account. You know, not the fortune, but, you know, to get by and to not get nervous, I think that's going to help tremendously. And then the real question is going to be, you know, what happens after that, right? Do you know what I mean? That's what it really comes down to.
I think the two things that really jump out to me, Tom, and it's very similar to what you said. People are going to have some money in their pockets to get through the next 2 to 4 weeks. And the small business that you work for is going to be there in 2 to 4 weeks when this is over for you to go back to. So it looks like this administration and both the Fed and fiscal is in trying to ensure that those small businesses will be there when the economy starts up again, because I think they're getting this right, how they're getting money and loans to small businesses and keeping them afloat. I think that is the key to this whole recovery.
There's no doubt. And, you know, yesterday, Kevin, so I'm listening to you guys yesterday, and folks, it's an outstanding program, and the bottom line is that you have the fundamental take on it, then you have basically Kevin and his team putting basically trades on. And you know what's so intriguing, man? You guys were talking about Etsy and, you know, the aspect of what that equity is. And what has happened, folks, is that everyone's at home. So, of course, these types of sites are getting more business. But you know what blew my mind, man? And it shouldn't have. Like when you guys were talking about, you were saying, like, how did eBay lose all that? Because eBay had it. It's like, oh, my God, what happened?
Right. How did eBay let that whole, you know, if eBay's doing their job right, there's no Etsy.
I know.
Right? They're a small player because eBay owned that entire market and didn't hold it.
They didn't. And, you know, that was so, and it was right in front of us. And it's really, and I'm sure eBay say to themselves, how did I lose this? Because, folks, if you remember when eBay first started, they started like, you know, with chiclets and these little things. Well, what was it? It was the Thai babies. Like on that site, it was insane when they first started in like 96 or 97.
Beanie Babies.
Beanie Babies, thank you. Ty Warner, Beanie Babies. He made billions, folks, on Beanie Babies, right. It's like, oh, my God.
Just so you know, Ty Warner's offices are about 2 miles from my house.
Are they?
Yeah. It's strange but true fact.
No, listen, you know what? That was a phenomenon that was unbelievable. There's no doubt. And, you know, the bottom line is that we were talking about, folks, is that, you know, eBay basically gave up that part of the business. And, you know, now with us being home, guess what? There's going to be a lot of companies that are going to make a lot more money. There's no two ways about that, you know?
Yes.
Crazy.
Folks, right here, 45 minutes from now, outstanding program. Kevin, you have a great one, safe one. Have a good weekend, great weekend. We look forward to speaking to you next Tuesday.
Stay safe, stay happy, guys. Have a great weekend.
Thank you.
You too. Thanks, Kevin.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. We have the Dow Industrials up 93, Nasdaq's up 38, S&Ps are up 28. We'll come right back.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today. Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today. TFNN is launching an open house for our Tigers Den. For a limited time, you can get a 30-day free trial to the Tigers Den. Just enter promo code OPEN at checkout and pay nothing for 30 days while you try out your Tigers Den membership as part of our open house. With market volatility at an all-time high and people all over the world working from home if possible, TFNN is hosting an open house in our Tigers Den. The Tigers Den is an interactive chat room that runs all day where other Tigers and Tigresses discuss trading ideas with the hosts and members, along with charts and current market news, as well as live access to the charts the hosts use during their programs. Join us for the Tigers Den Open House. Begin your Den membership today by just entering OPEN at checkout and pay nothing while you try things out for 30 days. For all the details and to start your Den membership today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. Don't miss out on the TFNN Tigers Den Open House taking place now. Sign up today.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now up 107. You get the Nasdaq up 30. S&Ps are up 28. Gold's got a big bid out here, folks. Let's go take a look at that gold market. So that's up $40. You get the volume behind the move already, too. We get 101,000 contracts, and that's what you're looking for. Like yesterday here, let me show you this yesterday. I think we come down to 157 or 160 versus 176. We come down to 164 going against 176. So now what you have, you get some barrel buyers here, man. We're at 100,000, and it's only 10:19 in the morning. So you're going to get some expansion of price out here. You get the volume behind the move. If we go take a look at the GDX, same type of setup inside the GDX. You're already at 5 million, and that's a decent number inside the GDX even for this early. So, no doubt we get volatility out there. In spades. Bottom line is that we'll see where this baby shakes out by the end of the day. But a lot of moving parts.
Yeah, just the volatility. It's almost just you can't anticipate it, man. We were just at 2,500. You were down at what 24.35. We're back now, positive 30 points.
Yeah, I know. Wasn't that cool? I mean, and what we did yesterday, folks, okay, so picture this. We could not, let me bring the S&Ps up, because we didn't hold price in the market, but the volume contracted dramatically. So now what you're going to have is this. We actually got to a lower low today. So now what you're going to want to see, still see light volume, because what that would mean is that you get a rejection of lower price, which we finally have out here. The S&Ps get down to 24.24. Low yesterday was 24.34. And if that's what you got, bottom line is that it's going to go for the top of this range once again, and that's the 26.35. And that's where bottom line is that you get sellers up there for sure. I mean it's the 0.382. The sellers are lined up there. It's been up there 3 separate times and hasn't been able to basically get anything going. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah.
We get a question. Let's see, WLL. So what's WLL? Let's see. Oh, White and Petroleum. No, this thing's bankrupt. Don't touch White and Petroleum. I don't know. Okay, let's see. What's the question here? Right? White and Petroleum went BK after. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, their executives took all the money. What else is new, folks? Okay, yeah. They had I guess, Let me see. There was a bonus there or something with the exec. Yeah. White and Boss has got 14. Look at this. 14.6 million bonus before bankruptcy. I mean, there's so many frauds out here, man. It's
Yeah.
you know, it's like
Over the top.
What should happen here, folks? Okay, this should be a clawback. You know, so the bankruptcy trustee should be able to claw that back. You know, because the way they'll try to get away with it, and you know what does happen in times like these, there's going to be certain things that people do get away with because you know everyone is basically busy trying to stay healthy and keep the country healthy. So there'll be things that fall through the cracks. There's no two ways about that.
Yeah. Hey, could we jump to Constellation Brands?
Yes.
STZ. I was hoping you could take a look. They're down like 10% today. See what we have going on over.
Well, let's see. Yeah, so you got you're down $13. Look at this, though. This is a nice setup, actually, because what you've done, I'll look at fundamentally for a second. What you just did is that you're testing the highs of the lows, and you just rejected them. 119.70 is the number.
I know. I mean, we're $6 off the low today, right? It was like it was 117. We're almost 124 right now, but that's from 140 we were trading at yesterday.
Yeah. So let's see what we have. We're looking for options for Constellation Brands. Has accepted brewery decision. So there's something about
ditch brewery. So Mexican president says that they accept the vote to ditch the brewery. Maybe they have to ditch a brewery in Mexico.
Yeah, so it looks like we're seeking agreement with Constellation Brands. Try this.
So they're going to compensate them for a brewery in Mexico that they have to ditch.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
You know, and what you have here, folks, in this time, people are going to be drinking more.
They were posting they were posting the stats in the den. I believe our man Dave White was. Let me see if I can scroll back, man. Yeah, he sure was. So U.S. alcohol sales of alcohol beverages rose 55% in the week ending March 21st. According to Nielsen, spirits like tequila, gin, and premixed cocktails led the way, with sales jumping 75% compared to the same period last year. Wine sales up 66%, beer sales 42%. There you go.
Yeah. No, listen. This is a whole different ball game. People have more time on their hands, and I'm sure they're thinking, okay, well, what do I want to do in life? You know that.
Yeah, I agree. Go ahead. Yeah.
Well, I think that's gonna be a big thing for all of us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, so, when you get something like this, it's like you realize how fragile life is, right?
Definitely.
So then it's like, okay, man, we get so conditioned to be on the same, treadmill on a continual basis, and it's like, hey, you know what? I might want to go do something else, and I think we're going to see a lot of that.
Yeah, I mean, there was never a moment to have a reevaluation of everything going on, man.
Right.
And that is, I mean, I was thinking myself, the amount of time now, there's almost immeasurable lost productivity for this period, as there's a massive adjustment. We weren't ready to do this, right? So there's a complete slowdown. Nobody can go out. But think about the amount of extra time, like you just said, the amount of time that Americans spend in their cars. I wonder what it is. Maybe it's an hour a day average. Maybe it's an hour and a half. Mine was bigger than that. Usually yours is bigger than that. Most people's are. That time automatically is gained. Now, it might be spent in some boredom right now, but when things get recalibrated, right, that's a lot of time, man. Yeah.
It is, and you can feel yourself. There's certain things there, folks, that you forget, even what you're about sometimes. You know what I mean? Because if you just keep grinding, so those things are going to come out, which is pretty cool, man. I mean,
Yeah, I was just to add to it, right? I was thinking, I mean, this is unfortunate this happens at any time in history, right? But we're at a time that we were ready to transition to this online world anyway, right?
Yes.
Zoom's numbers were, I saw something like they had 200 million users versus 10 million users on a month. It was that dramatic, right? And it makes sense. You go from 0 to every school child in the country being on online seminars in the span of a 7-day transition. Think about that, right? So it's just remarkable that shift, and we were just at the point where we could do it. What would have happened if this happened in 1990, even 95?
That's right.
Right? Not that long ago, man. 95, 90, 96, 97. Nobody had internet consistently. We all had dial-up maybe. What could you do?
Exactly.
What happens then? So we're in a unique position to be able to hopefully weather this. but that transition could happen. Because I was thinking that, right? What would have happened? I mean, let alone the 80s, the 90s, you barely had mobile cell phones, right?
There's no doubt, man.
Yeah.
So, and, it seems that, the commercial space is going to be a problem, because there's going to be plenty of folks that realize that, bigger offices, that they can work at home. And the real question is that how much commercial space is needed in the country? We know we already have a big problem with the malls. And, the commercial space looks like it's going to be net. Well, WeWork. How about let's talk about that?
Perfect. We're on the same page. We're about to go to break. I was going to say, did you see WeWork, right? With
I heard it
SoftBank.
when you had the
You sent me the article too. Let's talk about them, man. They're not the space you want to be in, congregating everybody from all sorts of life.
Heavy number.
Yeah.
Dow's up 127. Nasdaq's up 42. S&Ps are up 30. Gold's up $37. We'll come right back, folks.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get 'em, folks.
If you're a trader in the market looking to find the path that leads to maximizing profits while decreasing risk, then now is a great time to try out Dave White's daily trading service, The Path of Least Resistance. Through the use of options and equity trades, Dave advises his subscribers on a daily basis of the current market conditions and what possible trade setups are on the horizon. The Path of Least Resistance is published every trading morning, often with updates intraday when initiating trades or closing out positions. Dave White has advised his clients of some outstanding winning options and equity trades in recent months, and now is a great time to try it out for yourself. New subscribers to the Path of Least Resistance receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the types of options and equity trades that are available by signing up for the Path of Least Resistance today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com and selecting the newsletter tab. Sign up today. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 231, Nasdaq's up 58, S&Ps are up 41. We've got quite an expansion of price, Tom, in that break.
We sure do, man. The Dow just recovered 500 points, man, from the lower at 9 o'clock, and that's after going down 600 points from 8 a.m. I mean, just mammoth moves.
Mammoth moves, no doubt. Now, SoftBank, folks, okay, they have so many problems. It's just pretty intense, man. I mean, when a tsunami comes in for the, I don't know pronouncing his first name, but his last name is Sun. This is a pretty intense deal.
Yeah.
Because, let's talk about the WeWork deal first. Okay?
Yes.
So you had SoftBank abandons the $3 billion deal with WeWork. And so the thing that's amazing about this, folks, is that, SoftBank is the biggest investor inside of WeWork, and this was kind of basically to make sure they stay alive. What did happen is that the buyout of Adam Newman inside of that was kind of a scandal anyway. So now I suspect what you're going to end up with is that, you're going to end up in court. That's for sure.
Yeah. I mean, I had pretty much written him off, right? I said, he got his billions, he's off. And I'm in the camp that it shouldn't be a scandal only because he was able to maintain a high level of ownership in that company while SoftBank gave him billions and billions of dollars. And if they wanted him out, if you invest $10 billion in a company that's barely worth $7 billion and somebody else owns a majority of the voting shares, you better pay a lot of money, man, if you want to get them out of the company. What else do you do? Yeah.
Right. There's no doubt. There's no doubt. And
they kind of weren't bailing him out, and of course they were, right? I mean, it's a company that's just losing money, and he got $3 billion, but they bailed themselves out. That's what they're trying to do. So
okay, so stay right there. That's absolutely right, because what happens is this. This is the way this guy works anyway. This guy works on, 20, 15, 20, 25-year deals.
Yes,
okay?
right.
I remember when he was underwater, he was almost, he wasn't BK, but just about in 2000, in a 2000 downdraft. And he had, it was the same kind of public relations, folks. He had a huge name, and then his name got destroyed in 2000 because the NASDAQ went down 90%, okay? So bottom line is that he got wiped out.
Yes.
Got a huge name again, and this type of investment, he was hoping that, 10, 15 years it comes back again. But they're probably, they're real smart, not basically putting $3 billion.
Oh, yeah. And if it wasn't, WeWork's woes, it looked like they could have worked their way through it, which is why SoftBank was probably going to throw more money at it. But you got to imagine, when do people get excited about congregating in an office with hundreds of other random people?
Not going to happen, man.
That's one of the worst business models that could be happening right now, man. And it is only for a couple years, maybe, right? But just saying that, for a couple years even,
right.
They're going to struggle, man.
Right.
As we just cited the last segment, people going on, at home, and they don't need to sit in a desk, in a computer, in a random place when they can do the same thing at home. I just want to pull up that article. You have the paragraph, so it's kind of cool, though, that it says that, SoftBank remains fully committed to the success and has taken significant strengths. So the tender offer towards the bottom of that was an offer to buy shares directly from other major stockholders. Its termination has no impact on the operations or customers. But what it does have an impact in, the whole point was to get Newman out of there, right?
Yes. Exactly.
So it's got to have an impact. I know they're saying it doesn't have an impact on the balance sheet, but that the whole point was that his leadership had failed them dramatically, and now he's not CEO, right? But he's still a majority shareholder, man. So we'll see how that plays out.
Right.
Yeah.
Now let's go to another. We had another SoftBank deal here. Now watch this, folks. And a lot of folks are going to know this company because they do so much advertising. Here it is, right here. So Cabbage. You may have heard this on, if you're watching, listen to Bloomberg, any of these radio stations. Cabbage, folks, is an online lender.
Okay.
And, the bottom line, what has happened in online lending is that it's actually gone from, hard money lending. That's what it actually is. They make like they're a bank, but the bottom line is that they're getting huge amounts of money off small business for loans, meaning I'm talking about 10, 12%, folks, okay? But it is what it is. But check it out. So this is pretty intense, and this is something that everyone should know, especially in business. If you do have a credit line out there, take it down, man. Just take it down. Cabbage, bottom line, this was yesterday, so probably the day before, they turned around and they slashed all the credit lines to zero. So what happened? Let's say, Tom, that you are doing business with them, right? You have a credit line. If you signed on yesterday morning The night before, you get a credit line, let's say of 50 grand, whatever it is, right? You signed on yesterday when you needed it, zero, just like that, overnight.
Yeah.
They ripped the credit lines back, and that's pretty intense, folks.
It is, and this is a tough case, man, in terms of, I mean, you see the quote down there, this is very bad business ethics. It's a fine line depending on the type of situation they are and what they have to do, right? If they're going to go under business, well, you can't be lending, okay? But the other side of that is you can't just cut off all the credit and leave people high and dry. But this is a very exceptional time, man. They might have no choice. This isn't a cruel action, you know? I mean, the market could be in trouble. And so, of course, that's a potential. And it could hurt a lot of people, which is why that stimulus bill is so important, right?
Yes.
But not to say I can understand, but you can't. I mean, you kind of can. Of course it's going to happen. It's reasonable. You know, right. I hate to say it, but it's in this environment, you can't be that furious at credit drying up.
And we're so lucky, folks, is being in this business, understanding the mechanics of it. Because my take, Tom, is that, they don't have the funding. So
right.
What happens, folks, is that when the commercial mortgage market backed up, basically 2 weeks ago, the bottom line is that what, probably plenty of our listeners understand is that the people that we're going to outside of banks for money don't have the money. The bottom line is that they're always getting the money off someone else. So someone like Cabbage is getting the money, let's say at 6 or 7%. They're lending it out at 11%, okay? Well, all of that backed up, and backed up means that the market stopped. Now the Fed's been coming in and buying, but that's the reality, and that's what's so important. We had brought it up a couple weeks ago, meaning when it started, take your credit lines down. I mean, this happened in 2007, too, 2008, and it happened overnight. And I'm talking about major banks then pulled the credit line, okay? Yeah.
And you could see that. I mean, hopefully with this stimulus, that should really help things help. But just there's no reason not to. I think the cost to access that revolving credit or whatever it is worth it for eliminating all of those risks of so much uncertainty right now in the market. So and that's the same reason why you see most CEOs pulling all of their guidance. Like, why would you pretend like you have any idea what's going to go on in 3 months, right? Same thing.
Yeah. Stay right there, folks. We're coming back with our man, Mr. Teddy Cakestat. We got a market, man. The bottom line is that this baby is just shooking it off. You get the Dow up to 488. NASDAQ is up $132. S&P is up $70, folks. It's a big one. Coming back with our man, Mr. Teddy Cakestat. And then, what day is today? Natural gas. Is it Thursday? We'll look at that natural gas number, too. Tommy and I are coming right back, folks.
If you're in the CD market and looking for a secure investment, the Tiger First Mortgage Program may work for you. The security for these first mortgages are building lots in the Tax Opportunity Zone in St. Petersburg, Florida. The Tax Act of 2018 set up tax-free zones across the country where you can build and hold for 10 years and pay no tax on the profits, which makes these lots valuable. The investment is anywhere from $30,000 to $75,000. The interest paid is 7% yearly, paid on a monthly basis. According to Bankrate.com, the best rate for a 4-year CD in the country as of February 20th is 3.1%. A $50,000 investment at a normal 4-year CD rate of 3.1% would give you income of $1,550 per year or $6,200 over the 4-year period. That same $50,000 investment in the Tiger First Mortgage Program would give you $3,500 per year or $14,000 over the 4 years. Which would you prefer, $6,200 or $14,000 of interest on your investment? If you would like more information about the Tiger First Mortgage Program, you can call me at 877-518-9190. That's 877-518-9190.
If you haven't checked out the newsletters page of TFNN.com, what are you waiting for? All of the TFNN newsletters are informative, up-to-date, affordable, and a must-have for every trader looking to gain a competitive informational edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets to offer you the very latest in market news. Plus, new subscribers get to test drive our newsletters risk-free for 30 days. From all aspects of the markets, including stocks, bonds, metals, commodities, and tech, there's a newsletter to fit your needs exclusively from TFNN. Stay informed each day you trade and get that competitive edge that will help you stay ahead of the game. Visit our newsletters page by going to TFNN.com and click the newsletters button near the top of the page. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. So we're going to look at the natural gas, but oil. Oil just went from a price point of $21.71, folks, up to $23.66. And the news on this, let's see how much we can take this for real and for granted. Saudi Arabia calls for urgent OPEC meeting. Let's see. Oil surges as Trump plans energy summit. Bottom line, I take it all with a grain of salt, folks, because guess what? This oil market is in trouble. Natural gas. We get the natural gas numbers, Tom. EIA's natural gas stockpiles fell 19 BCF last week. So What is that natural gas market doing?
Yeah, right now we got a dip lower on that news. We're kind of right where we were, but geez, talk about struggling, period. 154 on natural gas. We were trading at 162 as of 3 in the morning. You did dip down to almost 152, but trading at about 154 right now on that natural gas contract.
Pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Let's go take a look at some of the higher volume equities in this market. And more than likely what you're going to get, folks, you're going to probably get light volume. Oh, we got to do Carnival. This is...
Yeah.
This is absolutely amazing, folks. What's amazing to me about the Carnival deal is that the risk that people will actually take. So you had two different things happen out here yesterday. Carnival came out with a bond, and they had a huge subscription on the bond. It was $4 billion, and they had $17 billion go after the $4 billion, Tom. It's like...
Amazing.
It is amazing, okay? And then they had a secondary, folks. Then they also had a secondary with their stock. Their stock went down $4 yesterday because the secondary they were pushing off at, I believe, at $8 and it was trading at $12 yesterday. And listen, Carnival, folks, before this, no doubt, monster company. I think it's $18 billion they took in a year. It's a big number, man. Hard to comprehend. Let me just look at this for a second. So, yeah, $18 billion, $20 billion last year. I wouldn't touch it, man. I think... I
agree. I mean, if you have some really long-term horizon and you want to put a tiny portion of, a portfolio in it, sure, maybe. But when do people get a Carnival Cruise promotional email without the thought of being on a virus-infected cruise ship in your mind, right? I was thinking about that the other day. I think I sent you a screen capture. I've been on a Carnival Cruise. I've been on one cruise in my life. We're lucky in Florida, man.
Okay.
Right? We can go on these cruises. Went to a 3-day Carnival Cruise to Mexico. It was like $300 a person. All you can eat included all that stuff. So I get their promo emails. And it's almost, I don't want to call it laughable because it's not, but it's inconceivable when I get those. Who is getting an email and signing up for that's when they were still open,
Right.
Nonetheless, that they're trying to get it's like $50 a person, incredible type deal. But,
yeah, to have the potential to get sick.
Yeah, it's just, go sit on a beach, folks, instead for a week or something, and you'll be a lot better off for the next year or two.
Right. And what has happened in the cruise business, the reason, that I'm looking at it like, I think they're going BK, is that this isn't the first time, folks. In the cruise business, this is where the biggest, viruses and diseases in general. I mean, if you remember,
Sure.
like 20 or 30 years ago, Legionnaire disease. I mean, this is where they, basically get developed, so.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's pretty wild.
And that's, I read an article a while back when the bailouts was first getting thrown out, right? And the basic gist was that I agreed with is you don't have to bail out the cruise ships, man. This is not some kind of pertinent airline type industry,
It's not.
all right? Don't group it in that thing. It's not even comparable to a company that you might like Uber that's getting hit. They deserve a way ahead of that in terms of revolutionizing how we travel and move across the country. Cruises are a luxury. That's it.
They are.
That's it. And they're great. They will be around, but they're not a necessity that needs the public to bail them out.
Right.
And they will come back even if those companies go bankrupt. Those cruise ships aren't going anywhere, right? In terms of, as in
That's
the
right.
industry will be there, maybe in a different fashion. But yeah, that's it's just not that's not the business the government should be in, man.
We brought this up yesterday, and the big deal, folks, is that where is their flag carriers, okay?
Exactly.
And where are they
Thank you
paying
for finishing
taxes?
the thought.
And
Yeah.
the bottom line is that they're not. When all these large companies get in trouble, folks, they want the U.S. flag because they want the military to help them out if they get in trouble in
Sure.
other countries. And then, of course, they want the tax dollars, even though they're not paying taxes in the jurisdiction that they're really doing business in. So.
Yeah. And this is, what else I thought of in the last few weeks, man, is that people who gave up their U.S. citizenship thinking that it was only a luxury. Maybe they're wealthy and they travel the world. They come to the U.S. to visit family for a couple weeks a year or something like that. And what's the difference, right? I would never, and I'm not going to tell anybody what to do, but I would never, ever, no matter what. And it's unfortunate the way they get you on all those taxes, man. One of my best friends, lives in Switzerland, man.
Yeah.
He's got it rough, the tax bill he's got this year because of things going on. In terms of having to pay the Swiss, having to pay the U.S., right? One of the only countries that taxes you when you're making money in other countries. So that's the gist. But just remember this, folks, because there's nothing like being a U.S. citizen.
Exactly.
And this shows it, man. You can't come home. The borders are cut off if you want to. All that stuff. So.
This definitely shows it, man. I mean, there's no two ways about it. Let's go back. Let's go inside this NDX and see the strength versus the weakness inside this NDX. So you got Illumina. That's up 5%. You got Comcast is up 4.7%. You got Western Digital up 4%. You got Fox up 4%. Taken away from it, Walgreens, Boots is down 6.5%. We got Dollar Tree off 2.9%. United off 2%, and American off 1.4%. Let me look at this United chart for a second. So. Okay, it hasn't busted the lows yet. Bottom line is that's a heavy duty low at 17.18. We're at $25 right now. It's really going to be wild to see how many people will actually get on a plane too.
That I think a different deal. Because I think
you can wear a mask.
That's what I was just going to say. In the human psyche, you can say to yourself, all right, even if you're going to wear a mask, and as things even calm down after that, you can say, all right, I'm going to be careful with my hands, right? I'm not going to touch my face for my 3-hour flight.
Right.
You can't do that on a cruise, man. That's just...
No, you can't. Well, when SARS was here, that's when I was flying a lot. I wore a mask.
Sure.
I went and bought one of those masks, and it wasn't a big deal. Do you know what I mean?
Sure.
It was worth it. And at the airport, there were a lot of people wearing them, folks. And, I suspect if I got on a plane, I'd basically would be wearing it again. Even probably like 6 months from now, maybe.
Yeah, I was even saying between a year or two, man. It's unfortunately, this is I anticipate we're gonna hit a peak, man, and we're gonna go downward. But until it vanishes, we really need a vaccine, and hopefully that gets stepped up. But you're talking about a year to 2.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
Yeah.
Market-wise out here, you get the Dow up 300, Nasdaq's up 70, S&Ps are up 45. We had the S&Ps, I believe, up almost 70. So this is going to be intriguing watching this just shake out. Yeah, you get a nice bump up. Gave it back quickly, but that being said, now what we have is at 25.23, which is the high of today, folks. You get volume, so it's going to go back to upside. It's going to be a nice little thing. And what that did, by the way, you just took out the consolidation that has been in place since 3 o'clock in the morning yesterday. So we got back up to those levels from yesterday, and you surged, and you have volume behind the move. That means we're still going to go test it, folks. Stay right there. Tommy and I come right back.
I'm certain you are or strive to be one of the best at everything you do in life. It's the most common trait that we tigers and tigresses share. If you're looking to become the best of the best when it comes to managing your money, let me teach you to do what most wealth managers tell you can't be done, which is how to time the markets. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, and for the last 12 months, Timer Digest has been tracking my newsletter signals, which have earned me the ranking as their #1 market timer in the nation for the S&P 500 for the last 12, 6, and 3 months. Timer Digest also ranks me as the #1 market timer for gold as well. The fact is, markets can be timed, and I'll teach you the exact set of tools that I use that has transformed me into one of the best at what I do. Sign up for Mastering Probability today by clicking on the newsletter tab on the homepage of TFNN.com and get immediate access to workshops where I take you step by step how to use an extraordinary set of tools as well as provide great market calls too. Sign up today.
The gold market has taken off topside in a large way in 2020. If you want to take advantage of this sector, now is the time to subscribe to my gold report. The gold report took profits in 4 of its equities in the gold portfolio in the first week of January for a combined profit of 99.2%, with 2 positions left in the portfolio that have a profit of 67.5% as of January 7th. The gold report is a comprehensive look at the metals sector as well as the markets that move gold, which is the currency and bond markets. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. Every Monday morning, I publish the gold report with coverage of gold, silver, bonds, the XAU, HUI, GDX, as well as more than 30 different mining equities. To see for yourself the types of profitable trades that are recommended within the gold report, sign up now by visiting TFNN.com. Don't miss out on the next great gold trade. Sign up today.
With markets trading with extreme volatility and peaks and troughs everywhere, regardless of what you're looking at in the markets, this is a great time to see the type of analysis Basil Chapman delivers for his subscribers every market day with the Opening Call newsletter. Basil has been analyzing markets, providing his take for subscribers to his trading services since 1984. Every morning, Basil publishes an update for his subscribers, along with weekend and evening updates when warranted. The Opening Call provides traders a daily market overview with regard to the direction of the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, along with specific recommendations, including stops and targets. You also gain instant access to Basil's subscriber webinar archive from earlier this year, a dark cloud cover, and essential market analysis. Ride the Chapman wave today by signing up for the Opening Call newsletter on the front page of TFNN.com under the newsletter tab. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Sign up today.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 284, Nasdaq up 66, S&P's up 42. You got gold up $34, silver up 61. Bottom line is that we get the volatility out here, we get action out here. Oil market is hot, and if you do go over to Exxon and Chevron, folks, bottom line is that they both look like they're going to be ABC structures on the way up. So there's breaking out their B point, and it has volume behind the move. So,
okay,
yeah, you know, you get Exxon up 360. It's taken out that 39.56, and you need 46 million shares. Well, you already got 20, and the same with Chevron. So it looks like you're going to get follow through with a small ABC structure on the way up. Bottom line, that's very early to take that out, and an hour and a half into it, and you get the juice behind the move. So I suspect we're going to get it.
Crude is going bonkers, man.
It is. It is. You got so CL, and this has to do with Trump, yeah, it's up $6 now. Trump.
It just moved though. Something just happened.
Yeah, he tweeted out that
Okay. This second.
When we start first doing it like 5 minutes ago.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
That supposedly Saudi Arabia and Russia are going to cut production. So,
yeah.
You know.
And you know what happened is, even I'm just looking at it, within the last minute, he said could be as high as 15 million barrels. In terms of talking about cutting back. He just put that out a minute ago.
Right.
So the market even digesting that too.
Yeah, I wouldn't be trading on that, folks. But
no.
The bottom line is,
seriously,
the easiest way to make money something is trade on his actual tweets.
Seriously.
Listen, folks, stay right there. We got Think or Swim coming up next, and I'm Mr. Basil Chapman, Steve Rhodes, Dave White. I'll be back this afternoon. Thanks, pal.
Thanks, man.
Look at him, folks.